Oh, yeah. Well, Reverend?
Yes, sir.
Well, Reverend Winans, he went a little left on the woman. Woman came up to give, it was a special offering. Woman came up to Reverend Winans. Was it Marvin? It was the one that did
it was Marvin.
Funeral.
It was Marvin.
Marvin Winans.
And she gave him $1,200. Reverend Winans said,
hold on a minute, bitch.
He didn't say
He didn't say it.
But he said, you must didn't hear me.
Yeah.
I said $2,000. Yeah. What the rest of the money?
I'd have said, let me get that back.
And later on, I saw the background of it, but it just looked bad to me.
Well, the thing, I didn't see all of it. When I saw that she did seem to smile, walked off, and he gave a smile. So evidently there was a little bit more to it than what they gave. But just the whole presentation and how they was able to use that. And we got to be careful, especially in the ministry, on how we present ourselves. Because you do certain things and people can take it and run with it. So it didn't look good at all. And right now it's gone viral. So people who are like just babes in Christ can use it against you. So
what's the truth of it? Because
I can't say the truth of it. But what they've given off of was what they've given off so far is that he wanted $2,000 and instead of $1,200. But when it ended, I saw her kind of smile. And he smiled, so there's something else that I didn't get.
I don't think it was
wouldn't have been
something else.
smiling
I think
off of
she
it.
was just trying to smile to keep him smacking the crap up out of him or cussing him out. So I think she was just trying to.
He did some kind of money call. You know how they be like, all right, the Lord told me somebody got an extra $1,000. Right. So
you ain't got to mimic him.
Everybody had $1,000.
You ain't got to mimic it.
That's how they do it, though. That's how they do it.
But everybody had already had $1,000 put up. Yeah. And then he was like, somebody here got another stack. And then she came with, well, here's $200 more. He's like, bitch, that ain't what I said. That ain't what God said. That ain't what God told me. God told me it was another $1,000. Stop blocking my real blessing.
I got two stories. One is for it, one's against it. One story is I was in L.A. back in the day, and Reverend, I can't call his name, but mega church. So I went to the church and parked. They came out and got me because I was on TV at that time. We gonna walk you in, DC. Security walked me down to the quote unquote celebrity row. Mm-hmm. Set me on the celebrity row, and it was Stevie Wonder, Magic Johnson, what's his name used to play?
Lister.
Huh?
Tiny Lister.
Tiny Lister was next to me. Mm-hmm. But if Steve Matt Denzel Washington, mm-hmm. Tiny Lister than me. So anyway, after the service and everything, Pastor
Charles Smith.
Was it? No, it wasn't Charles Smith. Charles Blake.
Charles Blake.
He got up and he said, well, we're going to try to build this parking lot. It's about $20 million. He said, we need some donations, help. So Magic got up and gave like $3 million, man. And Denzel got up and gave like $2 million. I'm looking down the aisle. I said, I'm in the wrong motherfucking aisle. But I kept saying to myself, they got to get through Tiny before they get to me.
Right.
I know I got Tiny.
Right.
right. Stevie Wonder gave $1 million or $2 million. I don't know what Tiny said, but when they got to me, I stood up. I said, I pledge more than anybody. That's all I said. I said, shit. I'm pledging more than anybody. I got the hell out of there. Shit.
For a parking lot, how big this parking lot gonna be?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Multiple decks, man. It was a mega church. The Church of God in Christ.
Yeah, that church, they were having a dome. And
Los Angeles Church of God in Christ. West Angeles Church of God in Christ.
Ended up having a dome built and a mall on the bottom floor.
See, that's where you kind of lose me at. Like, I'm all for the empowerment of having church and providing for the people. But even when I'm speaking, the only thing I ask, like, I don't set a salary like some people do. I ask for a bottle of water, and then I just trust in God, whatever I'm supposed to have. But when you start adding in the other part, a mall, what do we need a mall for? Now, if you take all those proceeds and just say, okay, we're going to feed this community for so many months and that community so many months, that's where I think where you're offering that type of money should go. Not into a mall, not into a bookstore, even though even the church I attend, we have that. But that's just my personal feeling on it, because that money right there just to sustain them all. Yeah, you can turn around and say we're providing jobs for people, but do we really need that? Is that really kingdom
Well,
building?
that sounds good, Rev, but if you got to go speak to the people, you can't go very far in a bottle of water.
Well,
can't what?
I tell you what.
That's what it's a bottle of water.
Well, that is there,
you
but
can't go speak to the people on a bottle of water.
Well, I tell you what now. I tell you what. I can say honestly, I've never missed a meal a day in my life. I don't have to always eat off of certain things, so I'm fortunate. So.
What about the pastor that say, I drive a Rolls Royce because it make look for the church make the
I saw
church
that.
look
Yeah,
good.
yeah. Oh,
And
yeah.
my minority said, well,
I ain't with that either.
He said, hell no. He said, hell
I
no.
drive this for us so we look good. He said, can we drive? He said, hell no.
So I
God
don't
didn't
with
say
that.
that.
I
See, I
mean,
got problems with that.
that's another one. I can't get. And then,
But
I mean,
when
even
you
what
do
you're
when you
saying,
do
though-
speak, do they have an offering?
yeah, but my thing is whether offer or not. My thing is already set.
They call it benevolent office.
It's already set. What that mean? That
I
mean
they've all whatever it was.
whatever the offering come is all coming to you, or what you mean it's already
No,
set?
like
You got a door deal.
whatever. Before I even get there, they pay their ministers so much. Whatever's in there.
No, your damn business, Weightball.
That's basically
So
what
you saying you get your money up front?
Until when I get done preaching, I go back there and they just pay me.
You know who said the same
It's a
thing?
love offering.
Rest in peace, Pimp C. He say, have my money up front before I come to the show.
No, when I get done, I go back and we talk with the ministers and then.
And he said it
They
looked like
give my
300
check and I'm
people out
good.
there.
I
It was
could be
300
good.
out there today, Rick.
Well, since we're talking about money, let's go ahead and shout out Joe Thompson for $20 this
Thank
year.
you.
I'm
Couple
like
zeros.
Winans. We said 200, not 20.
Right? You missing some zeros,
Yeah, Joe.
player.
Thank
I'm
you,
just
Joe.
talking.
And I want to go back to Mama
Thank
because
you,
I
Joe.
still
What
have,
church you belong
Appreciate
to,
it,
but thank
man.
you.
and I
We
still haven't
appreciate
heard what the true story was. Y'all said that Ricky Smiley tried to take up for him.
Okay, here's
so
the
what was
story.
the true story?
At church service, Reverend Winans got up, and apparently he had asked for donations of $2,000. A woman got up with her little son, young son, walked up there, but she didn't have a $1,200. So she gave him the $1,200, and he was like, "Hey, wait a minute. I said $2,000."
I need another 1,000
Right.
with this.
So
You
Ricky
short.
Smiley took up for him. So what was
He
the
didn't
take
take
up?
up. He said the other side of
Try to
we didn't
fix
see
it.
the whole story.
Well,
What he played
I'm with
was-
Sister J. What's the rest of the story?
What's-
I
the rest
just
of the
told you the
story.
story. He said that God told him $1,000 coming down, and she brought 1,200. He like, you ain't listening to God or me, nigga.
That's what
Clean
he
your
said.
ears out.
That's what he said.
I know when I was
That's
in church,
basically what it was.
I was at
Go ahead,
I was at a
sister.
conference and the pastor came over to where we were to win some of us females that they knew had some money. He was like, God told me there's someone over here, $500. They're gonna give it right now. He kept looking right at me, he kept coming closer and closer. I leaned over, I said, I just talked to God this morning. He ain't tell me nothing about no $500.
And that was
made me
not
so
your
mad.
current church.
Right?
No, it's not my current church. Let me make sure I say this. I was in Virginia.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, I was in Virginia.
Well, he was saying
It was
that.
not my current church. My
He was
current
saying your
church don't
God
do
is
that.
wrong and his God is right. That's what he was trying to say
No.
to you.
My
No,
thing is,
no,
AC,
you-
when you got parishioners coming to church every Sunday paying their tithe.
Yeah.
And sometimes they do give a little bit more than above when you have special things. But I think it's disrespectful for the pastor to keep asking people for more than what they already. Some people are suffering right now.
You
Absolutely.
want to talk ready?
You a pastor?
Huh?
You a pastor?
Ask him, what the fuck you keep asking me shit for? There he is right there.
Look at Bo nutting up. He nutting up. Bo nutting up now.
Hold
Look
on.
at him. He
We get
nutting
a
up.
Florida Reverend do wrong. What you got to say, Reverend
He
do
said
wrong?
wrong to do wrong.
Wrong do it. I'm sorry. You said wrong do it. I'm sorry.
If he's not
I'm
going to
just
come to the
kidding.
mic,
I'm
we're
just
not
kidding.
going to take now because
Right,
they can't hear him
right,
out there.
But we're glad to have
But
him.
he's like Brian, like my baby brother. He's legit.
Yeah.
He's legit.
Appreciate
I was
that.
on the radio 5 years in Dallas, Texas. The Willis Johnson morning show. And when I would say something that wasn't too holy, guy I went to school with has got a mega church there, Denny Davis. You know Denny Davis? So when I would say something wasn't too holy, he would call me and, be raising hell. So I'd send the church $100 every time I said something. Sometimes he called me like, DC, you said this. I said, hey, man, it's a $100 limit per day. I was on radio every day. I said, I can't keep saying, $500 a week because I said some shit every day that you don't agree with. But anyway, Willis Johnson Morning Show, KKDA. I did for 5 years. Never missed a day. But it used to be people that would call in from T.D. Jakes' church, the Potter's house, and they would call in bitching because they would have gone there for years and so forth, and then they'd have a wedding, their daughter was getting married, son was getting married, or a funeral. No, they would have a wedding this lady kept calling in about. And so when Dion was getting married to one of them girls, because he called me, because I had an invitation, but I didn't go, in the islands, T.D. Jakes went to marry Dion. But T.D. Jakes would not marry that woman. He said he'd send somebody, and the woman had been a member of the church for a long time.
Wow.
So the woman called to the radio station bitching. I said, hey, you knew the man had 27,000 members when you joined.
Yep.
Don't come calling here bitching like you thought the man only had 200-300 members. I said he gonna pick and choose. And if you were the pastor, and Dion was putting in what he putting in, and you putting in what you put in, whose damn son you think you'd marry? You ain't gonna marry your poor ass. I'll tell you something else. He ain't gonna bury your mama either. And Denny Davis hit me up about $500. He said, DC, that was so wrong. I said, hey man, it is what it damn is.
Yeah.
You know, you go join a mega church, you cannot expect what I've been, with my dad was a pastor, what I have been accustomed to as pastoral service.
Yep.
You cannot expect that.
Especially if you got a wife.
Man that got 27 or 30,000 members. You cannot expect that. I was at the Potter House one day because I was performing there, so I went to see him. And he hollered at me from the pulpit and everything. But after the show, I went out because I had valeted at the church. After the show, I went out. So the guy that brought my car, he said, DC, would you look at this script? I said, hold up, because I knew T.D. Jakes was producing some shows for Mike Epps and stuff. I said, I said, what your pastor say about it? He said, I can't get to him. I never met him. He parking cars, man.
Wow.
His family had been there. He never met. He said, I can't get to him. I said, what?
How you can't get to him?
You can't get to him. You want me to look at the script and you going to this church and never met
the pastor.
I don't think he made a solid enough
church
effort.
is a different
Yeah.
damn.
It is, but I still don't think he made a solid enough
church,
effort.
DC, what you had to do to meet the pastor, you got to throw a rock and hit the car.
Wait for him to come out. Yeah, right.
Who hit the car?
I did.
Where the pastor at? I need to hide.
Man, send an email to the secretary or to the church office, and
It
then
don't work.
It don't work like that, man.
That's not how it go.
You put a counterfeit dollar in the offering, you gonna see the
Tell me
pastor.
That's not how it go. Are you serious right now?
Because we know.
Send an email to the
To
clerk
me,
saying
I'm talking
what?
about if you got a huge like congregation, and now it ain't gonna turn around in a week or two. But if you send an email to the church office and stating if it's something that's really dealing with the ministry, not on some crazy stuff, but dealing with the ministry, you send it to the church office. You call. And then they'll probably ask you what it's for, and then you can set up a meeting. It might not be next week, it might even be 3 weeks, but you can get in and get into
maybe
a month.
2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah,
Where that
but
bullshit button that Richard?
you can hit on it, but you don't know that. Okay, y'all. Let Sister J tell y'all how you get in touch with Pastor Mega Church. You got the
Throw a
floor.
rock
Go
at
right
that
ahead.
nigga
It's
car.
all yours.
That's not
It's
the way
all yours.
Wait for him to come out.
It's all yours.
But you
How
gonna
do we
keep
do it?
But you gonna keep over talking me?
No, I just say it's all yours.
gonna keep over talking me?
Let her respond.
We've been waiting all day to argue.
Yeah, that's what we've been doing. Yeah.
Let her respond.
The fact of the matter is that's not always how it is. I know for a fact. I have a young buddy of mine whose son died. She's been going to the mega church for years. Son was murdered. She sent out her message, and to your point, I'm about to say Pastor Curry. To your point, DC, he sent one of the ministers, but the pastor of the church did not come.
Yeah.
One of the ministers came. So all of that talking about just do the email and set up an appointment. Someone may come, but it's not going to be the head pastor.
Yep.
He has other ministers under him and co-pastors under him. So
We have
don't
47
send out
associate
that.
ministers.
Don't send out
Have
that
what?
message to these people.
I'm saying to meet and talk.
To make the.
I'm going off to your point, not trying to interrupt you. You said
just
the guy was
did.
in the parking lot. Hey, it happens.
They have never met the pastor.
They never met the pastor, right?
Whereas when I came up, my father was pastor 60, 70 years. I never, I couldn't imagine that. He almost knew, I would dare to say, he knew 99% of the
Right.
members by name, man.
Right. So if you're doing that, then that to me, I just say like an effort. Her case is different because it's a funeral. You got a 7-day turnaround, and you got that many members. It's just not going to happen. That's why he sent one of his
That's
messages.
what I was
That's a
saying.
7-day
But
turnaround.
What about if you've been a member since you come to Georgia
mama
and
been
you
there.
die and they won't let you have your funeral in the main church? They put you in the back church.
Again, though, that you're talking funerals
Big
versus
Go
working in the
Bubba and Big
parking lot.
Ron.
Well, that depends on how many friends you had.
But you're
Sean.
talking funerals versus working in the parking lot.
I mean, if the
Man,
main
Skull
church,
Bubba funeral was
if
sold
the
out.
main church sings it was sold out.
I mean, you know what I
If the
mean?
main church see 2,000,
You know what I mean?
if
Yeah.
the main sanctuary said 2,000, see 2,000, and you die, why would they waste all that space?
They gonna have to open up both of them churches.
No, I'm serious. I mean, you know, and you got a fellowship hall. They could have your service in the fellowship hall.
No, my service gonna be at your dad and your son church. I mean, your brother church. Yeah.
But I still say the best way.
But
to
I'm gonna
reach
tell you,
the
but
pastors-
Skull Bubba was when he first came to Georgia, he went straight to Old National and been a member until he died.
Go Bubba. I gave that nigga.
That was one of the best funerals I
gave
ever
that
went
nigga
to in my
7
life.
suits right before he died.
Yeah.
That nigga knew he was gonna die. What the hell he take my damn suits for? You low down son
Trying
of
to
a
get dressed
bitch.
up, trying to get ready.
We'll be back. You're listening to DisRace.